Hey friends, welcome back to part 2 of how to solve Rubik's Cube on Teens Corner. It was really great to know that my previous video was of real help to many of you. So before I start with the part 2 of how to solve the Rubik's Cube, I would like to share some of the situations that you might come across while solving the part 1 video. That is, while you try to solve the white side, some of the situations you might come across. So the first situation is, what to do if you get the white piece at the bottom layer. Okay, so if you have seen my previous video, all my white pieces were in the top layer. So in this case, I have my white piece in the bottom layer. So what do you do over here? It's simple. You can see the adjacent sides to the white are orange and green. So what you do over here is, you do your right hand move. That is, I have a white piece over here, so I do the right hand move for that particular side. That is R, U, R dash, U dash. Now as you can see, I've got my white piece on top. The steps now remains the same. That is, you have to match the adjacent sides with the center pieces. So it is orange and green, but the center pieces are red and green. So I turn the upper layer till I get it matching with the adjacent sides. So this is orange and green, and I have my center pieces as orange and green. So again, I do my right hand move. Okay, now moving on to situation 2, where you have completed the white side but you have not got the first layer complete. So what do you do in such a situation? For example, if you see here, the sides adjacent to white are orange and blue, but it's not in the right position. So what I do is, I do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash, U dash. Now I've got the white on top. So now you know what to do when you have the white on top. You have to see the adjacent sides are matching to the center pieces. So it's orange and blue, it's not matching. So I turn the upper layer till I get it matching. So now I have it matching here. So now again I do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash, U dash. Still not the same. R, U, R dash, U dash. I haven't got it right. R, U, R dash, U dash. Still not right. R, U, R dash, U dash. Still not right. Again R, U, R dash, U dash. So I've got it right. Now if you see, I have got one more white piece on top. Okay, the sides adjacent are red and blue, so I get it matching to my center pieces, that is red and blue. Again I do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash, U dash. Now I have one more white piece on top with red and green as adjacent sides. So I match it with my center pieces, and then I do again R, U, R dash, U dash. Not the same. Again R, U, R dash, U dash. Not the same. So I do it again R, U, R dash, U dash. Not the same. Again R, U, R dash, U dash. Not the same. Again R, U, R dash, U dash. Now I have got one more white piece on top with orange and green as adjacent sides. So again I match the upper layer with the center pieces, and then again I do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash, U dash. So now if you see, I've completed my white side as well as completed the first layer. So these are the two situations you might come across while solving the white side. Okay, so I hope I've cleared all of it. So now moving on to part 2 of how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So the next step is to complete the second layer. For this, again we keep the yellow centerpiece on top, and now we have to see the edge pieces. Which of the edge piece does not have the yellow side? Okay, so now if you see here, this edge piece has the adjacent side as yellow. This edge piece has the adjacent side as yellow. This edge piece both does not have an yellow side. This edge piece does not have a yellow side. So we take one of these edge pieces. So I take this particular edge piece. So the color on top is green, the adjacent side is orange. So now what we need to do next is, we have to match the adjacent side color to the center piece color. So now if you see, this is orange, this is green, it's not matching. So what I do, again I turn the upper layer till I get the adjacent side matching to the center piece color. So now if you see, this is matching. Now what we need to see next is we have to see where this particular piece has to go, whether it's over here or it's over here. The piece color over here is green. If you see, my right side center piece color is blue, so it's not over here. My left side center piece color is green, so it has to come here. But as you can already see, I have a green piece here. That does not matter. I have to get this particular piece of mine over here. So what I do is, since this particular piece has to come on my left side, I turn the upper layer in the opposite direction. It has to come on the left side, so I turn the upper layer to the right side. Okay, so now what I do next is, the piece has to come on the left side, so I do my left hand move first. That is L dash, U dash, L and U. Clear? Now what you do is, you have to turn the cube to the side where the green piece has to occur. So it has to come over here. So what I do is, now I do the right hand move. That is R, U, R dash and U dash. As you can see, I've got the green piece here. Okay, now I look on to my next edge piece. Okay, I take this particular edge piece. The edge piece color on top is red and the side adjacent to it is green. As you can see, my adjacent piece is already matching to my center piece, so I do not have to turn the upper layer, so I directly move on. Now I have to see where this particular red piece has to occur. On my right I have orange, on my left I have red. But as you can see, it's already red here, but still I have to get this piece down. So what I do is, since it has to come on my left side, I move the upper layer in the opposite direction, that is to my right side. Okay, and I do my left hand move first. That is L dash, U dash, L and U. Now I turn the cube to the side where red has to appear, and I do my right hand move. That is R, U, R dash and U dash. So here I've got red. Now I take my next edge piece. This edge piece over here has yellow in it. This edge piece has yellow in it. This edge piece does not have yellow, but the adjacent side color is blue, so I have to match it with the center piece color. So again I turn the upper layer till I get my adjacent piece color matching with the center piece color. So now it's matching. Now the next step is, I have to get this particular side matching in its position. So if I see, on my right side it is red, on my left side it is orange. So I have to get this particular piece over here. So again I move it in the opposite direction. That is, I move the upper layer to my right side, and then I do my left hand move first. That is L dash, U dash, L and U, and then I turn the cube to the side where I want the orange piece to occur. Then I do my right hand move, that is R, U, R dash and U dash. Okay, so I've got orange over here. Now if you can see, I've completed my second layer. Okay, till now we saw how to solve if we have to place the edge piece on the left side of the cube. So now let's see a situation where you have to place the piece on the right side of the cube. So over here I have an edge piece without the yellow color. So the side is green and it's matching with my center piece, and the side adjacent to it is orange. So if you see, I have to place this orange on my right side. So what you do here is, the rules are the same. The orange piece has to come on my right side, so I move the upper layer in the opposite direction. That is, I move it to my left side, and then since it has to come on my right side, I do the right hand move first. That is R, U, R dash and U dash. Okay, then I turn the cube to the side where it has to finally appear. Okay, so I move it and then I do my left hand move, that is L dash, U dash, L and U. So as you can see here, I've got the orange on its right position. Okay, now let's see the next situation that you might come across while trying to solve the second layer, where you do not have any edge pieces without the yellow color. Okay, so if you can see here, all my 4 edge pieces has yellow in it, so but your second layer is still incomplete. So what do you do over here is, see, in this position you need blue, but it's already orange and green. So what you do over here is, it's the same. Since I want in my right side, again I turn the upper layer in the opposite direction. So I'm trying to get this particular piece on top. So what I do is, I turn in the opposite direction. That is, I turn the upper layer to my left side, and then I do my right hand move, that is R, U, R dash, U dash. Okay, and then again I turn the cube and do my left hand move, that is L dash, U dash, L and U. Okay, so now if you see, I have got the orange and green on top. So now you know what has to be done. Okay, so you match this particular side with the centerpiece and then see where this particular piece has to occur and then do the moves. Okay. Now moving on to the fourth step. The fourth step is to form the yellow cross. Okay, now you have to see the side of the cube with the yellow centerpiece. Okay, so you can see here I have all the pieces, almost all the pieces are yellow except for 2 of it, but I do not have a yellow cross here. Now what you need to say is, you either have to get a straight line of yellow or you need to get the yellow in the 9 o'clock position. Okay, so when I say 9 o'clock, it will be like this. Okay, so you can turn the cube anyway and see if you're getting that particular position. So if you see here, I'm not getting 9 o'clock in any particular position, but I do have a straight line. Now if you have a straight line, what you have to do is, you keep the cube in such a way the straight line is horizontal. Okay, that means the line, yellow line, is parallel to you. Now what you have to do is, you have to do the front move, that is, you have to do F. Okay, after you do F, you need to do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash and U dash. Okay, once you do this, you have to do F dash, that is turn it back. Now if you see, I have got the yellow cross. Okay, now coming to the situation where you have the yellow pieces in the 9 o'clock position. Okay, so you can see this is a 9 o'clock position. So what I do is, I do the front move, that is F, and then I do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash and U dash. As you can see, I've got the yellow line, straight line. So now you know the steps. Since I've already done the F move, I don't have to do it again. I just have to do the right hand move, that is R, U, R dash and U dash. Now I do F dash. Okay, so I've got the yellow cross. See a position where you have only one yellow piece on top, that is yellow centerpiece. The moves are same as that of 9 o'clock position. So you have the front move first, and then you do the right hand move twice, and then you do F dash. So now you will get a yellow straight line. Once you get this, you know what has to be done next. This brings us to the end of Rubik's Cube part 2. In this video, we have completed 2 steps, that is completing of the second layer and forming the yellow cross. Drop your questions or doubts in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe and do not forget to click the bell icon to get notified on my new videos. So see you soon in my next video of Rubik's Cube part 3. Thank you.